Hi folks, and welcome back to my Land's End Giant Growth journey. This is day 2, and at current I am riding through Bath. Well, I'm not. I'm currently sat on my bed recording this voiceover, but in the video we're heading through Bath. I started off the morning in Bristol at my mate Callum's, shot over to Bath, a nice little ride around Bath for a little bit, which I found an absolute gorgeous city, right at the south end of the Cotswolds. Ready for a day ahead of fantastic riding up through what is the UK's largest area of outstanding natural beauty. I spent quite a lot of time up in the Cotswolds in my younger years. Not that I'm still not young, I am only 23, but my grandfather, my mother's father, lived in Warwick, so every visit up there we spent quite a bit of time in the Cotswolds, and I always loved being up there. Even to this day, it's one of my favourite places to spend a couple of days, or even just the one day, just head up on a little day trip. It's a gorgeous part of the country. So the route today, or on this day, was to leave Bristol, head across to Bath, of course, shoot up through the Cotswolds, have a bit of fun, up to Stratford-upon-Avon, where I did plan to have some lunch. I'd then shoot up, take some slightly bigger roads, well, that was the plan anyway, up past Birmingham, and heading from there up to the Peak District, where I would head to, I can't remember the place, it's called Buxton, a little village called Buxton. There's a farm just on the outskirts, and that was where I would be staying for the night, in the campsite there. So the previous day was quite a long day, but I had a good rest, good sleep, and I was ready to go. The buildings in Bath were one of my favourite features, even just the houses. They're gorgeous buildings. Everyone's so polite in that area of the country. I don't know what it was, but I just found everyone's really polite, especially on the roads. So yeah, I was sort of in my element, really. So I'd spend in the Cotswolds, I'd be running through 6 different counties that make up the Cotswolds, and that includes Somerset, Gloucestershire, Oxfordshire, Wiltshire, Worcestershire and Warwickshire. So 6 different counties, and that is a hell of a view I've got there. That's just a taster of what the Cotswolds is about. The name Cotswolds is actually made up of two words. The word cot, which means sheep enclosure, and wold, which is on the hills. So the Cotswolds is sheep enclosure on the hills. What an interesting little fact there for you guys. As I already said, the largest area of outstanding natural beauty in the UK, and from the videos that I've got here, you can tell why. I absolutely adore this place. Absolutely gorgeous. The sat-nav took me, as you can see, on some very interesting little roads. It's as I've said previously, once again, this TomTom sat-nav does like taking you down the single track roads. This, believe it or not, was set as a quickest route, fastest route, whatever you want to call it. But as you can see, it may not seem like the fastest. What a gorgeous building there was there. Oh, lovely blind corners. There were some nice roads. They may not be the biggest roads, it may not be the best kept, but the routes that they take are absolutely fantastic. So the Cotswolds was designated an area of outstanding natural beauty in 1966, and over the years it's been expanded very slightly. It now covers 787 square miles, which is pretty big. Oh, what's going on there? Don't know what was going on there. I believe we just passed Castle Combe race circuit, and the sat nav took me up for a good couple of minutes up past Castle Combe, and then a U-turn on the sat nav. That was the route that the sat nav decided to take me on. I did a route at U-turn and headed back past those police, turned off there, and ended up on some nicer roads again. It was lovely and quiet that day. There was nothing too drastic going on the roads. It was all very nice. Very nice Audi TT in front of us here. Do like the colour of that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. I know we're 5 minutes in already and I haven't said that yet, but there you go. I think this is where I realised something exciting was coming up. Now, when I was younger, I always wanted to be a pilot, and since then I've always been complete and utterly gobsmacked by any type of aircraft. So riding up here past Cotswold Airport and getting so close to these aircraft was quite stunning, to be fair. I loved it, absolutely loved it. It amazes me that there is a very low fence between a road and a multi-million-pound aircraft just sat on a runway. That fence was nothing. I could literally jump over it. And there were quite a few aircraft there that day. I didn't even know the airport was coming up. I'd seen a couple of signs for it, but I didn't expect it to be anywhere near as close to the road as it was. So yeah, that very greatly surprised me. And this just shows some more of that absolutely stunning scenery that you get in the Cotswolds. This road was fantastic. In fact, all the roads in the Cotswolds were absolutely fantastic. I loved them all. Fantastic little place. Oh, lovely little Willie's Jeep. Lovely little thing. Not what you expect. Where was this? Where on earth am I now? I don't know where this is. Was this might be Cirencester. Not 100% sure. Oh, Mr. Policeman. Have a look on my map. Oh dear. Might be Cirencester. Let's have a look. Yes, I am sat googling Cirencester as I'm recording this. There it is. Yeah, I think this is Cirencester. It's been so long since since I was in these places that I cannot remember any of it. It's so bad because the problems I had with the technology and the cameras and the laptop, it's absolutely nuts. Oh, it's brilliant. So yeah, that was Cirencester. Heading back north again. Pulled over in this lovely cafe here, the old prison cafe, I believe it was called. Had to ride past it to start off with, and then decided to go back. And here I had the most amazing coffee and a bacon butty. And sat in the old prison courtyard was absolutely brilliant. That day there must have been a few cycling groups out, because there must have been somewhere around 50 guys on bicycles. It was quite busy actually, but it was very nice. Hats off to them, because the staff there were absolutely brilliant. With of course, with the COVID-19 situation, they're absolutely fantastic. Well done to those guys. So I got a little bit bored here, and I believe, oh no, I thought I was going to overtake then. So yeah, turned off the road, and once again we've got one of these awful little roads, which I love. I really don't. That was a lie. I can't stand them. Mainly because, apart from the sights, of course. I went to yawn. Excuse me, guys. Oh. I'm so sorry. Anyway, look at that view. Absolutely stunning. If you've never been to the Cotswolds, you need to spend a weekend there. It's not the cheapest of places to have a holiday, but it's definitely worth it. So many little villages like this. They're absolutely stunning. But But yeah, get yourselves on down. Even if you don't stay for a weekend, just go for the day if you're close enough. It's fantastic. Start at the north. If you're coming from up north, start at Stratford upon Avon and head your way down, and end in either Cirencester or head all the way down into Bath. There you can probably find somewhere to stay for a relatively good price, so that shouldn't put you off. So yeah, once again, no idea what this village is called. Absolutely no idea. I knew that was coming up. I remember parts of the video. There you go. So this is, I actually stopped here for a good 10 minutes to have a drink of water, and this is where I put the Frida sticker on her front mudguard. She's officially called Frida. This is where I decided to do it. It was a bit of a mistake. I took 2 stickers with me, luckily, because I wrecked the first one, and because it was very windy, so it was quite difficult. This is just a little. There's a stile and an open gateway, so I don't know. I don't see the point of the stile there. This, I believe, is coming into Chipping Campden. This is my favourite town within the Cotswolds. I like Stratford upon Avon more, but that's sort of north of the Cotswolds, really. But actually, in the Cotswolds, this is Chipping Campden, and a gorgeous little town. Some of the cars out there, you can tell that people that live around here are quite well off, because some of the cars are quite nice as well. So I did plan to stop here, but it was extremely busy, same as everywhere really. So I didn't end up stopping. I decided to carry on through. Not spend too much time here. I thought I'd get somewhere where I can actually stop and have a drink, and maybe find somewhere for a coffee and some lunch. So I carried on through Chipping Campden, headed out the other side, and off I went. So between Chipping Campden and Stratford upon Avon, which is where we are now, there isn't a lot. So we skip that out. We're now in Stratford upon Avon. This is probably where I spent most of the time when we were up visiting my granddad. I spent lots of time here. Mum always used to bring us here. We'd go for a walk along the canals, get an ice cream in the summer, stop and have a hot chocolate in the winter if we were up there or whatever, and just have a look around the shops. And the atmosphere in Stratford upon Avon is absolutely fantastic. Once again, just like the rest of the Cotswolds, everyone is so polite. It's unbelievable. Unfortunately, because of the coronavirus situation, the COVID-19 situation, there was a lot of parking that was blocked off, and there was a one-way system as well, which meant I couldn't get to where I wanted to go, and I ended up pulling over outside a random person's house, just off a little side street, just for a drink. Of course, I didn't have lunch here in the end. Very nice. Aston Martin, very nice. I forgot about that one. And then, so I had my drink and decided to head off and find somewhere for lunch, maybe on the outskirts of Stratford. Oh, blimey, cars galore. Or maybe even further afield. So I left, and there were lots of queues on the way out of Stratford upon Avon. Skipping ahead to now, riding on through Henley and Arden. This is where my mum actually went to school. And then I left the Cotswolds, headed north, up past Birmingham, which is, I believe, roughly where we are now. And the roads were all like this. There were miles and miles of this kind of road, sort of like a dual carriageway, bit of greenery in the middle, and there were miles of this stuff. I must have been on roads like this for a good half an hour. So we're headed north. Got past Birmingham, I believe. Once again, can't remember wholly, but got to here. This is a National Trust place. I'm not sure what it's called, but I thought I'd stop, have another drink of water, and head off again. So I left that, and where are we now? I've got no idea. No idea. I believe this is coming into the Peak District now. Unfortunately, although the Peak District was an absolutely fantastic place to ride around, the end of this video is all you're going to see of it. That evening I did go out for a ride, but the camera died once again. I went for a decent loop around the Peak District, which I didn't get any footage of because, as I said, the camera died. So, and the next morning I went and did Snake Pass with Tom, who I stayed with this night on the campsite. That's, what's his Instagram name? TomCB125F, I believe. Check him out on Instagram. He always finds just the most fantastic little places to get photographs of his bike. So head on over, check it out, follow him on Instagram. I believe he started doing YouTube videos now, so check those out as well. I believe there's a link in his Instagram. Follow that. He's a great guy. Thanks, Tom, for inviting me to stay on the campsite with you guys. So yeah, we're coming up towards the campsite now. We're not far from the campsite. Done a little bit of the Peak District, as I said. Fantastic place to ride. Another place that I will definitely be going back to at a later date. And I'll probably do that as a joint venture with the Lake District, because I didn't manage to get up to the Lake District. I didn't have enough time. But here we are, arriving. That's the campsite that I rode straight past. I'm good at doing that. I found out on this journey. So I rode past the campsite, went and turned around, went back up. I met the guys I was staying with. Once again, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm finding it very difficult to do these voiceovers. I really don't know what to talk about now. I can't remember any of the places, so you'll have to forgive me. But thanks anyway, guys. Please come back for the next video. Cheers for now.